Sorry. I need it off. There we go. I hope you can see me a little bit. I don't know what I just did to the phone, but I'm trying. I'm trying, everybody. Hi. Hello. It's been a minute. Yes, I know. But like I said, the last time I posted, my brain is just foggy and I can't. I think today is the first day, and it's just such a rainy, gloomy day that I finally felt like getting out of bed and doing some of my sewing projects. So I got started on the tie-dye t-shirts that I was working on, and they came. The first shirt I've done is so far it's really cute, but I'm trimming it with some upcycle sequin trims. I'm just trimming it out in sequins, kind of, and it's really cute top. It was a 5X shirt that I kind of cut it down and pleated in the chest and back area, and then trimmed it all up with really sparkly sequins, and it's really cute out. I can't wait to show everybody. And it's jinky, because it's me sewing, my sewing, and I'm lazy. I'm a lazy sewer. But the problem came was with sewing this sequence on. The needle that I'm using, it can't handle those sequins, so I had to go to um, the store and get some needles. I've been watching, and I don't know what's in my mouth, but I don't know if there was a bug. But anyway, I been watching a lot of BL series, and I fell asleep last night. I got so sleepy because I was trying to get caught up on a lot of the ones I'm watching. And this is one's called History 4 that they've been uploading bits and pieces of it to YouTube. I'm not paying for VMO, V ticket, or whatever y'all call that. They pay for those yearly subscription because most of the BLs I've seen, they're all on YouTube anyway. Eventually they make their way over there. So, they come a little late. They come when they come. It's not a big deal for me because there's so many. I can't keep up with all of them anyway. And we have to talk about production quality on some of these BL series. I mean, the best ones that I have seen are coming out of the Philippines. Production quality is always pretty much excellent. And the Thailand, some of the GMMTV ones, they're always really good production quality. There are some kind of off companies that I'm not familiar with, or student films. I don't know what they are. They're in the BL series genre that pops up, and I've been trying to watch them, but like whoever does the English translation, you can't really see it very well, and it pops in and it pops out so fast you can't even read it. You can't pause it for it to pause on my TV. You can't freeze it. I don't know how to freeze it that way. I try to pause it. You can't see it once you pause it. And so I'm lost in translation on them, so I just really can't talk about them. They look really cute. I'm pretty sure they're Thailand because I understand that, I've been listening to Thailand language for so long. But, other than that, it's just a mixed bag. And History 4, the production quality on it is really good. I don't know what country that is. I'm gonna take a stab at it and think it's either Taiwan or somewhere like that. And Asia, that part of Asia. If I'm wrong, forgive me. I could be wrong, but I'm just taking a stab at it. It looks like something that came out of Taiwan, but I'm not sure. And so I've been watching it. It looks really, really good. It's like centering around some guys living together that they work for a company, and they are one guy's trying to impress this girl that was like a childhood friend that he liked, and he never had enough confidence to really get with her. Now he's trying to find a way to get in her arms because when he was so young, he was so immature about impressing her that he made it like worse than better. And so she doesn't really care for him because he was annoying to her back when they were kids. And so she kind of grew up, when she saw him again, she was like, oh, you're that same annoying little kid. You're just in an adult body now. And he was like, oh, Lord, how am I going to get this girl to like me? And he found out through his coworkers that she's into the BL series. So he lied to her and told her that he was into BL series, and he didn't even know what a BL series was. He was like, I don't know what BL series is. So then when he told his roommates, the roommates like, you idiot, that's boys who love boys. Like it's a whole movie genre of gay topics and stuff. And then he was like, "Ugh," like he was like so stumped because he knows nothing about gay life or anything. Like he had no clue. He's like a total macho gym, thug or whatever. And so you can't make this stuff up. So he has this really, really attractive, good looking, slim roommate that he's always joking around and teasing around. They are like really good friends and everything. And he asked his friend to help him at work pretend to be like his boyfriend so he can impress this girl, because it's the only way that he could try to get close to her to make her comfortable, to see that he's not the same person, and that he'll figure it out as he go along how to swoon her. Like he's just kind of like doing it so she'll be nice enough to get close to him or whatever. And so it's just really interesting how the mind works. I don't get it, but he feels like he can do that, and and so that's what he's doing. And so the girl fell for it, like she's all in support of him and this guy, but they're like two straight guys, like neither one of them are gay. So he's like taking pictures of them. And, oh my God. He gets in the bed, and the roommate is laying in bed. The really attractive one is like laying in bed. And he goes in the room and he's like, let's take a picture together, and I'm going to email her so she can see us, like, we're getting close or whatever. And he gets in the bed and he puckers up his lips. And I think the other roommate, they have a third roommate that walks in on them. And he has no clue what's going on. And he actually falls over on him and kisses him. He was just trying to do like a kissy, like a flirty type kiss. And he ended up kissing him for real. And the roommate was standing there like gasping, like, what in the entire hell are y'all doing? Y'all making out in the bedroom? Y'all both straight. So the roommate explains to him, like, he's like, this girl, the only way the girl will talk to him is that he has to pretend to be like he's gay and he's got a boyfriend that he likes, like he's interested in this guy, but he doesn't know how to get to him, and like it's this whole fake made up lie, right? And so it goes all around the office and everything, and people are like, all the girls in the office, of course, they're like all into BL, so they're all for it, and they're all giving him the thumbs up. They're giving the thumbs up when he's at work and everything, and he has no fucking clue like what he's doing. He's just, trying his best to soften this girl's heart enough so he can get in to her clutches. So it goes on a whole bunch of this silliness, and they end up having this office party, and the really good-looking guy, there was supposed to be like some business meeting, like some guys that they work for or work with or whatever was interested in him, but he, in a cunning way, he at the party got that really good-looking guy on some sort of like sex drug that made him like horny, like made him so hot and horny. So he offered to take the guy home. He got him all wasted and got him into the car and took him home. And he was with his friend. And his friend, the one I told you that's been pretending to be gay or whatever to get this girl, was like missing him. Like, where's my friend at this party? And so he went and found out through the people at the party where they were, and went to the hotel and got him and kicked that guy's ass. And got him out of there, and they went. No, he kicked the guy out of the hotel room and made him leave. And he took the friend like in the bathroom because he was like having a hot, like he was burning up hot, having a hot flash from the drug, and the drug was making him like horny, and he was just really hot. So they got into the hot tub, and while he was in the hot tub, he started touching himself because for one, he was really really wasted, and then the drug was just working himself out. And he was like telling his friend, the straight guy, wasn't straight, but he was telling the other friend like, help me, I'm burning up. So he's putting water on him and everything, and all of a sudden he went to get him some water or towel or something. I forget what he wanted to do. He turned around, the guy was just like straight butt up naked, like he had put all his clothes off. And then I guess they were making the assumption that he was touching himself or whatever, which they didn't really they can really show that it's not a porn, it's just they implied. And so he stayed with him. He was like holding his hand and everything while he was in this big, really pretty tub or whatever. And his friend was, doing himself. Like, this is what the other guy was witnessing. They didn't really show it, but this is what he told the roommate later on. That nothing happened between them, but that night that he masturbated himself, it changed him. Like I guess it kicked in a part of himself that he didn't. It kicked in a part of himself that he didn't know existed. So I guess I'm so sorry about my camera, but this is the best it gets at this point. I don't know what the hell else to do with this thing. But all of a sudden his brain switched, and all of a sudden he started finding himself dreaming about his roommate, feeling jealous that anybody else wants to get close to his roommate. Like, all of a sudden he was like, oh my God, this has been a joke to get this girl all this time, but all of a sudden I feel like I'm starting to really have real feelings for my roommate. What am I going to do? Because if he finds out, this could be the end of our friendship because, we're both straight. He goes, but something about this whole endeavor has really changed me, and I think I'm gay now. Like, I don't think I'm straight anymore. And so he started acting very awkward towards his roommate, and the roommate picked up on it. He goes, ever since that night that you helped me, you've been acting very weird. Like, you just don't want to be near me. You don't want to talk to me. What the fuck is going on? Like, I just don't get it. And so he doesn't tell him, of course. He's still concealing that, now he likes him or whatever. And oh my God, it's such a fucking mess. And so I'm going to switch off on that. He has the other roommate that has a stepbrother who is like, I don't know if they're 10 years apart or 15 years apart or something like that, but they're some years apart in age. And obviously the younger brother is in love with the roommate, his older brother, and they're stepbrothers. They're not real brothers, but through marriage. And so the stepbrother's been in love with him ever since they were little kids. I think he helped him through a hard time. I think either his mother died or something like that, and the father remarried into this family, which was his mom. So they share a parent, his dad and his mother, but they're not blood related. So the little boy fell in love with him because he was so attentive and so caring, and just really helped him through like that emotional time. And he comes into the picture like as an adult, beating up the roommates and stuff because he's jealous, and he ends up having to apologize. And then it comes out that he tells the roommate, I'm in love with you, and that's why I beat up your roommates. Which he only fought the really pretty one I told you that masturbated himself or whatever, the one that is trying to help the other friend get that girl. And so he apologized to them and everything, but they weren't aware of what was going on. And then he just came out and like told the brother, like, he went up on the roof of their job and was like, I'm gonna jump if you don't come up here right now and listen to me. because I guess the one brother hadn't caught on to his true like emotions, like he was just trying to push it off because they are brothers. And after that, he went up on the roof. They talked. They get him off the roof and everything, and he put him to bed, took him home to his parents, and stayed with him all night to make sure he was okay. Because he really does care about his brother. He's just not trying to have a relationship with him. And he knew, the younger brother knew that the older brother was concealing from the family that he was gay. Because I think out of his roommates don't even know he was gay. Because I don't think they've ever talked about it, but he was the gay roommate that was hiding it. So he's been concealing his sexuality from everybody, but that younger brother knew it. And so that came out in the midst of all of this craziness that happened between them. And then he tricked his brother, talked his brother into going on a birthday getaway with him, just the two of them, to celebrate his 21st birthday or something, 20th, 21st birthday, I forget, but old enough to drink alcohol. And they go out to some beach getaway, and they're playing all in the water, and they look really good in their swimsuits and all this stuff. And then later on that night, they go to a bar, and they have a birthday celebration. And of course, afterwards, they start drinking alcohol. He gets him totally wasted and takes him back to the hotel room, and, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You know what else to say. And he ends up sleeping with his brother, and he's devastated because, the boys tricked him. Like, he wasn't drunk, but, the older brother was the one, the roommate was totally wasted. And he did the deed. And, he was partially, responsible because, he, in his drunken weakness, he allowed him to do whatever he wanted. And that changed their relationship because then he had found himself like, he was angry with him and pissed off, but at the same time, you could see him very confused because he never thought his first relationship or feelings would ever change for his stepbrother. But you know how these stories go. And from that moment on, there, it's awkward as hell because he basically, date. I don't know if you call it date rape because he kind of consented in his drunkenness, but he took advantage. Let's put it that way. It was semi-date rape to me. It was creepy. But now as the story is going along, his heart is starting to soften for his brother for whatever reason. I'm lost. And I guess because I don't fully understand this whole, you rape somebody, they fall in love with you, or you get somebody drunk and they're barely coherent and they can't say no to you because they're in a drunken stupor. To me, that's rape. So forgive me, I just don't. These BL series do this over and over and over again. I've seen it so many times already. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So I'm just putting it out there. This is the way that the story is dished out in my face. If somebody sees something different, please say something. But I'm just like, oh my God, I can't. Date rapes. And so it seems like the upcoming one is going to be when all the shit hits the fan with all the roommates, relationships and stuff, because it hasn't gotten to the climax of, all of the cray-cray. And they haven't posted it yet. So I'm hoping either tonight or tomorrow or this weekend, someone will go ahead and drop those last few episodes because I'm stuck. I'm stuck like Chuck to figure out, if the two straight roommates are going to be dating each other, if they're going to be, is there some secret connection that the other roommate really feels for the other roommate, or who knows how that's going to turn out, because initially this guy was trying to get a girlfriend through playing gay, and now it's boomeranged on him. But he doesn't know about the other roommate who masturbated himself when he was on that drug that night. So I wonder, because the roommate is feeling awkward too because of that night, because he remembers too what he did. I think something happened between them, and neither one of them are saying, because it's too, it doesn't make any sense. Like the way the story is panning out. Why would they have an awkwardness between each other for two guys masturbating? Well, one guy masturbating on a drug when he was just initially just trying to save him from that manager guy who was trying to you know what I mean, like trying to get him deceitfully, and he wasn't even gay. Like he was gonna literally rape a straight guy, And so a lot of rape isms in this story, this BL drama, I hate to say it, a lot of drugging and raping and craziness. And it's, oh, now she coming out and she saw me, and I go on, because I'm gonna take your parking spot. And so it's good. I don't know, it's crazy, but it's good. It's just kind of creepy, you know, drugging folks for sex, drugging straight men who aren't gay, and all kinds of craziness. But it's, very well done, well crafted, but it's been done so many times before that it's like every time I watch it, um, it doesn't make me feel, you know, oh, sorry, I'm trying to fix this again. It doesn't make me feel at ease. Like it's hard to watch. Like you don't want to see someone drugging somebody to have sex with them. Like it's just as creepy as hell. But they do it a lot in these to get the storylines going. You don't see it coming because you don't know. Like all of a sudden there's a whole new scene, and then there's something creepy going on. And so I understand that this stuff do happen in the world and everything like that. To me, I don't get it. Um, and what else? There was something else I wanted to talk about that storyline that it doesn't sit well with me is the stepbrother situation, and how I can see that happening, but at the same time, you came out of all them fine ass K-pop boys. You get still, you got to snack on your stepbrother. Like you have this whole, and he's crazy. Like he is obsessed with his stepbrother. Like he's got a whole diary of everything his brother's been through in his life. He's written it down and gave it to him in a book. And I'm just like, my God, who wrote this shit? Who wrote this shit? Here we go again. Like I would, if somebody wrote every detail about my life and I didn't know them, and they were accurate and they got every detail of my life about me, and it would be my sibling, like I would be beyond beside myself. And I have 7 siblings, by the way. I'm the youngest of the 7. So, and they don't know a damn thing about me as far as I'm concerned. They barely know my correct name. They know my dead name, but they barely say my new name, which is legal. And so if they knew anything beyond that, I would be freaked out, because I'm like, we don't really spend any time together. We don't do enough stuff together for you to know any details to be writing down in a diary and telling the story of my life, because we're not around each other like that. So I'm just looking at the story like, who wrote this shit? Who wrote this shit? And so it'll be interesting to see how the next few nights of History 4 turns out. If you're not watching History 4, you got to subscribe to YouTube channel and type in History 4. I think it's close to you. And it's all in bits and pieces on different people's platforms, but you can pan out, part 1 all the way up to, I want to say I've gotten to part 10. So it's 10 chapters that I've seen so far. And I'm up to the part where he done read that diary, and now his heart has softened for his younger brother. And I'm just like, oh, this is just, no ma'am. No ma'am. I mean, your parents are married. Your parents are married to each other, and you guys are brothers. Like you're technically brothers, so it's like it's a no no. But it's a storyline, and I'm sure somewhere in the world shit has happened like this, but nowhere where I live, at least not in my face. So it's a bit much. And like I said, the 2 straight guys that one's fallen gay for the other one through the process of pretending to be gay. It's a stretch also, but I can kind of roll with that a little bit better. It's kind of bizarre because you don't know They don't really tell you what happened that night. Um, that he almost got raped by his manager or boss or whatever this business partner person guy is. And I think maybe they had sex or something sexual happened between the two of them. Because why would you all of a sudden start having? Because prior to that, he wasn't. He was just pretending to be gay, and he wasn't doing a very good job at it. And he kept fumbling the whole, like it's just like a comedy or something. And so it'll be interesting to see how it all rolls at the very end to see how they tell loose ends in. I can tell you the one roommate with the stepbrother, child, that is a mess. Like that's a mess. And so I better get off of here because I gotta go and grab these needles, and we'll chat again. It was so nice to see everybody, and thank you for tuning in. And like, share, subscribe, support, donate. I'm Pcess Ariel on PayPal. Pcess Ariel. That's PCESSARIEL. On it's PayPal, and then I have oh my god, my brain just went on my other thing. You look on there, you'll see it. All right, bye everybody.